Peace, gratitude, and highest heart love. We are back for the reading of How to Keep Your Heart Healthy and Fit live. I'm Uriel Riley, Uriel NEVEU Riley, and I am your moderator and narrator. How to Keep Your Heart Healthy and Fit. Part 3. You can come back physically. One of the most remarkable things about the human body is its ability to repair itself. If you cut yourself, for example, the cells will heal, and in time the wound and the scar will be replaced by new tissue. If you break a bone, it will knit after it has been set and become as strong as ever. Unexpected injury may come to anyone, but if you have been taking care of your body, the chances are that you will recover quickly and with a minimum of discomfort. Less obvious injuries that have accumulated over a period of time may also be repaired by the amazing human body. After taking a hammering for years, after being totally neglected for far too long, your body can make recoveries far greater than you realize. If you are prepared to put in the time and effort and observe a little patience, just as a business that has been allowed to slip can be rebuilt, so can a neglected body. But don't expect an overnight miracle. It takes a person a long time to break the body down, and it takes time to rebuild it. The human body has one ability, not possessed by any machine, the ability to repair itself. George E. Cryle, Jr., MD. For an ageless heart, an ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. Living by the principles of proper diet and plenty of exercise is the royal road to health and long life. Most people wait until something disastrous happens in their body before they do anything. In this natural program for fitness that I am giving you, I will teach the prevention systems of taking care of the body. You can have an ageless and a powerful heart at any age. You can start today and rebuild not only your heart, but your entire body. We obtain most of our energy from the food we eat, which has been directly and indirectly acted upon by the rays of the sun. Therefore, diet is the greatest importance in the maintenance of health. The next is that we must keep the blood circulating over the great ripe system of the body. This is done by exercise and physical activity. The results will be worth all the effort you put into this work. You will be rewarded with a powerful heart and a strong body that can take any pressures put upon you. In fact, you will welcome challenges. No matter how big or how serious the problem, with your powerful body, you can face with a smile the worst that life can offer you. Heart attack, the number one killer. Diseases of the heart and blood vessels take more than 1 million American lives each year, more than all other causes of death combined. In addition to being the number one killer, it is also the number one health destroyer. More than 22 million people in the United States of all ages suffer from some form of heart trouble or disease of the blood vessels. Those who survive one heart attack live in constant dread of another. The chances are better than 2 to 1 that directly or indirectly the adult male American will die of some heart disease. 92 million Americans living today will eventually die of heart disease unless they start a prevention program. Clinical studies recently reported by the American Heart Association show that we are almost at the point where, through proper diet and exercise, a healthy heart can be virtually guaranteed. Unfortunately, this truly exciting news received relatively minor newspaper coverage and aroused too little interest. Keeping people well does not make big headlines. Newsmen have a saying: great news is not interesting news. It is the sensational and the disastrous that make the headlines. Health is your wealth. Health, like freedom and peace, endures as long as we exert ourselves to maintain it. It's almost exclusively in your hands whether you enjoy a healthy, vigorous life to a ripe old age, or whether you succumb to the slovenly, non energetic existence and probable premature breakdown of health, which happens to most people living in countries with what is known as a high standard of living. In these countries, coronary heart disease is the biggest killer. The high standard of living is not producing a high standard of life. In my opinion, the rising epidemic of coronary disease is totally unnecessary. It would not exist if people were educated to eat and exercise properly. If people would only realize that they have the power in their own hands and feet to protect themselves right through life. I believe that most men and women go through life never knowing what it is to be really physically fit. They never know that vigorous feeling of well being, the unlimited sources of energy, and the moral boost of never being really tired. They miss out on achieving the highest standard of living of all, the greatest wealth, health. One heart, one life. One heart, one life. At birth, the majority of people are given a powerful heart. There are always exceptions, of course, like myself, who was born with a blue baby, with a weak heart, and had a hard fight to survive. But I did survive, and I did develop an ageless heart. This marvelous heart that nature gives us can go on, beating indefinitely. Moses was 120 years old when he died. Noah was 950. Jared lived to be 962. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years. Right here in the United States today, we have more than 7,000 people who are 100 years or more. In my intense research on the study of long life, I have met many men and women who were 120 to 130 years or more. It just shows that it is possible to live a long life, and that as long as the heart beats, you are alive. And what greater treasure is there than life? I myself do not live by calendar years. I no longer celebrate birthdays. I live by biological or physical years. It doesn't really matter what your calendar age happens to be. In fact, it might be better all around to forget one's chronological age and consider only the anatomical or physiological age. Longevity is really a vascular question. A man is as old as his arteries. I love that. As Sir William Osler, the great Canadian medical teacher and writer, pointed out long ago, a man of 28 or 9 may have the arteries of a man of 60, and a man of 40 may present vessels as much degenerated as they could be at 80. Osler used this word, degenerated. Webster defines degeneration as deterioration of a tissue or an organ in which its vitality is diminished, a process by which normal tissue becomes converted into or replaced by tissue of inferior quality, either by chemical change of the tissue, true degeneration, or the deposit of abnormal matter in the tissue, infiltration. We are given a heart with clean arteries when we are born. It is our vicious habits of living that bring on degeneration. Peace, peace. Hi, it's Harvey. We're reading How to Keep the Heart Healthy and Fit. Yes, peace, peace. The care we take of our heart determines the number of years we are going to stay on top of this earth. It is up to each and every one of us to take special care of our heart so that we can make this life a long, healthy, and happy one. When you are healthy, you are happy. All of the knowledge that most worth having is knowledge about health. The first requisite of good life is to be a healthy person. Herbert Spencer. Here we have a picture of the heart and blood vessel system. Okay. The heart and blood vessel system, it says the diagram shows the cycle from the heart through the lungs to the left heart, then through the system back to the right heart. Note that all the blood from the digestive system goes through the portal veins, i.e., through the liver. And that's where we'll pause and we'll continue back with how to keep your heart healthy and fit. I'm your bro. Hi, it's Harlem. Peace. Thank you guys. I love y'all. Thank you.